Hello, I hope you're having a lovely day. You are watching Extremely Gaming Marketing course, where we have a great pleasure to share with you our experience on how to promote in games. My name is Jakub Janaszek, but you can call me Jacob. I have been organizing international esport tournaments, and for the last 2 years, I built a StreamKoi product that helps global esport teams to manage and monetize streamers. In this episode, I would like to focus on esports, the part of the entire gaming industry. Because, as you were able to notice in previous episodes, there are many different ways to reach gamers via live streaming, via mobile games, via events. But today, I want to say more about competitive gaming, the part of the gaming industry where professional players are part of organization and they are competing in the tournaments, the huge live broadcast event where the pro players are able to play in the front of thousands of esports fans worldwide. In esport, you can invest your marketing budget both in small activities but also in long-term sponsorship. But despite the form of your investment, there are a few things that, in my opinion, you should be aware of. And in this presentation, I would like to start with things you should remember, but also things you should avoid before you run your campaigns. So first of all, it's community. In gaming, it's always about the community. So if you want to promote your brand in esports, you always should think how you can connect with the community and make sure they will remember you. And how to do it, I will show you some great example from non-endemic brand Erste that created this commercial using one of the most popular debate about esports outside of esports. If esports is a sport. Let's watch the video.
And then there's this thing called esport. Come on, guys. Esport is not a sport. It's people watching other people play video games. It's like going to a restaurant and watch other people eat your food.
Hey guys, have you heard? It's not a sport.
It's not a sport? Okay, wrap it up. It's not a sport.
It's over, no goodbye. All my dreams have come to die. There's no hope to be found. It all just breaks down. Don't you see what you do?
I knew it wasn't a sport.
The world is on fire, it turns black and gray.
We're all doomed! It's
Promises
over! It's coming
broken,
to an end!
left
This
to
is
say.
not
There's
a
no hope to be found. It all just breaks down. Don't you see what you do?
Not a sport? Huh? Who gives a shit?
Welcome back to the LEC. Get ready for the match of the week in the Battle for.
Yeah, so as you could see, for esport fans, it does not matter if somebody call esports a sport. They care of their passion. I mean, competitive gaming, playing in games, not some traditional discipline. That's why Erste showed in a great way that they understand the opinion of esport community and they understand their approach to it. But even if you build this relationship, Even if you find some great to promote your brand, you always should keep in mind that probably you have a lot of ways to support in the esport industry, and it's not only money ways. I mean, you represent a lot of assets. You have a lot of possibilities to get into esports, not only by paying your budget into advertisement. And you always should think how you can do it, because it was done great by Louis Vuitton once they partnered with World's Paris in 2019. Of course, they were everywhere as a sponsor, but on the top, they proposed to organizers a few amazing activities. First of all, they created special case for the trophy. Also, they created skins that were visible in game during the World's Paris, and they launched the special line of clothes. In this way, they used as a fashion brand, they used their best assets to support the tournament and the community without only paying money. The third thing I would like to share with you is that you should be part of creative process. Because in gaming, in esports, there are great, amazing agency, creative people, and strategy people. But in my opinion, people outside of esports always can bring some great idea, and you should take advantage of it. And it's the example how BMW implemented great activity into esports. They use their cars to transport players from hotel to the tournament venue, and everything was broadcast live. In this way, they use the luxury product to show esports fans that there is a fit with esports and how they can support esports, even if they are not strongly involved into digital world. And the last but not least, you should always find as many ways to be in esports as it possible, because for esports fans there are a lot of places where they meet different brands, and if you are able to show your brands in many ways, they are able to notice that for you it's not one-time activity during some tournament or with some esport team, but it's a long-term strategy how your brand can become important part of esports. And it's a great example of Red Bull. They sponsor esport teams. They created special documentary about esport players. They run gaming center. They create tournament project. At the end of the day, they also support biggest streamers like Ninja. So for esports fans, Red Bull is everywhere. And it does not matter from which country the esports fans are. They are able to see that Red Bull is there as well. So there are things you should remember if you want to run effective activities. But there are also things that you should avoid. Because esports is a young industry. It's fully digital industry. And of course, there is a great way to reach Gen Z and other young communities. But to do it right, you should always be aware, but there are also things that you should avoid or you should ask before you run any activity. So, first of all, unfortunately, there are many people that under-deliver things. Because it's a young industry, and even inside the esports, many people do not know how to measure things, how to execute things. And you should always remember that because if it's a digital world, at the end of the day, some things can look different than someone promised you. On the left side, one of the most popular photo in many sales deck worldwide, it's IEM Katowice, amazing event run by ESL. But very often, even if you see this type of photos in sales deck, the tournament at the end of the day looks like on the right side in reality. So always make sure that you know what you invest to. The second thing, it's as I said, it's digital world, so we have data. We can measure data. In esports, there are many ways to make sure that numbers are correct because it's connected to game, to streaming platform, it's connected to social media. And you should always ask the people who run campaigns for you about data, but there are also some tools that help you gather statistics like Salignom from Twitch, esports charts from different type of channels, but also the platform like Twitch or YouTube also deliver the stats themselves. So if you ask someone, hey, can I get the data of this tournament? They always should provide it. The third thing, maybe obvious, but in gaming and in esports, there are different people. Because among millions of people, there is no way to treat everyone in the same way. So if you look at the right side, you can see gamer. But also you can see two different people, even if both of them like games, like FPS, and play online with friends. So always make sure that the tournament, the game, the player, the team you want to collaborate with is reaching the correct audience. And the last thing, it's very popular mistake among people who run marketing campaigns in esport. Don't go on assumptions. I mean, there are a lot of stereotypes that maybe you can know, and maybe you think that they are real in esports, but very often they are not. And I would love to show you an example how the very popular brand Coca-Cola went on assumptions and did it wrong. Let's watch the video. Yeah, so as you could see, huge event, great emotion, and many people in the venue, probably most of them are gamers, but no. It was one of the most unliked video in Coca-Cola history, and there were many hidden comments. Why? Because they presented their product as something what's the only thing that can solve esport problem and can make people friends. Also, they used some fake casters and fake pro players. So in the same way, you could create a commercial where you are talking about football games, but there are no popular players, but some random people that are playing football. That's why I always encourage you to consult your plans and ask for opinion people who are strongly involved in esports community to make sure you are doing it right. So if I can advise you one thing at the end of this episode, always ask your question, how can you be a memorable? Because answering this question, I strongly believe, you will find a great way to build connection with esports community and they will appreciate it. I invite you to watch the next episode of In-Stream Gaming Marketing course, where my friend Victoria, that you already know, will explain you on how to get best tactics and tools in your marketing operation. I also invite you to check other courses that we prepared. I hope you will enjoy them and they will help you run effective campaigns for gamers. If you would like to run effective activities and reach Gen Z using real gaming campaigns, always feel free to reach us out because we already helped over 150 brands worldwide to run effective activities and build relationship with streamers and their audience. It was a great pleasure to run this episode and always feel free to stay in touch. Have a great day.